Sometimes people say we need a change of heart. Is that the actual beating heart? No, it's a change of our attitude. Or we might say we need a transformation of our mind. Does that mean our physical brain? No, it's changing the way we think about things. As a kid, I knew I was different because I was born with a disability, but I didn't necessarily want to see myself that way. When in public, as a younger person, more insecure, I remember actually avoiding eye contact with strangers sometimes because I didn't want to be reminded in their glances, in their looks, that I was in fact different. Sometimes people will blatantly label me right off the bat as being disabled and therefore some kind of a certain type of person, whereas sometimes it's more of a subconscious labeling where they will offer me help in ways that I don't necessarily need it, subconsciously thinking that I am incapable of acting like a normal person. When people label me, I think it definitely makes me self-conscious and maybe a little bit even annoyed because I feel they don't have a true representation of who I am on the inside, but even on the outside, there might be a misunderstanding, and so I want to overcome as quickly as possible that perception that they have of me. So I didn't like being labeled and judged as I grew up, but I started to realize that in return, I was actually starting to label and judge people who I was putting in boxes who might not necessarily be what they truly were. I realized that God changed the way I saw the external self. We don't have to be defined by the way we look, by the way we seem to other people. We are defined by His inward work on us, in our heart, and then we can live out of that truth rather than be bound by certain limitations that we might have and challenges. So my first realistic painting was asked for by a friend who wanted a lion to remind him of Aslan from Narnia series. And so I did that, and then my other friend saw that lion and was blown away by it, so he asked for a tiger. So that got me into doing a series of feline paintings. Throughout my life, people might have labeled me, and I may have even limited myself, but through the blessings that God's given me, through the talents and passions, I've had so many opportunities to be a professional painter, do a Master's of Arts in English, and be a senior editor at a magazine, and even founded my own magazine, and I've just realized that I am not limited. As I've come to realize that I am more than I might originally seem, I also have realized that everyone is more than they might originally seem, and the boxes that we put people in, the ways that we see them, aren't actually their full selves. And as we get to know people and we get to establish relationship, then the true heart and glory of God can be seen and is seen through every individual. I think my closest friends growing up, I had 3. We all have matching tattoos. Not sure if you want to include that. They stuck with me through my weird homeschooled phase and taught me that I really do have potential that they saw in me, that I didn't have to conform to a certain way of being, that they would love me and encourage me no matter what, and that really made me into the confident person I am today.